Hello, everyone. You are all welcome to lecture number 551. And today I am going to discuss about the hyperreaction of immune system, means how the violent reaction of our immune system, which is under stress, can cause death. As we know that coronavirus used to enter through our respiratory tract, it is trachea, and there with one protein, furin, it is well absorbed in the cells, and only when it is absorbed, then the replication of the virus RNA starts, and that replication gives lot of bunches of groups of or colony of spike protein, that is your coronavirus protein. And once these colony of coronavirus proteins are synthesized, because our cells are kidnapped, I call it kidnapping, because they are no more our own cell. Once they are kidnapped, they will produce, replicate the RNA of coronavirus material, genetic material. And then after trachea, it will reach to our lung. And there is real chemistry involved. Once they are reaching to lung, and you know that our lung is made up of spongy cells, that is pneumatic upper layer cell, and there are two type of cells. One is called type 1, other one is called type 2, or those spongy cells. Type 1 will absorb the oxygen, and then it will be exchanged with carbon dioxide. So there will be expansion and contraction of the lung. We are taking deep breath, means oxygen is going, then expansion, and then contraction means carbon dioxide is out. So continuously the process of intake and out of carbon dioxide will continue. So what happens that these pneumatic, that is cells, which are found in that sac, spongy sac, one is on upper layer, and then other type 2 is responsible of maintaining the sac, that is the space of the cell, spongy cell. And what happens once this coronavirus is trying to enter on the upper surface, immediately the reaction starts, and that reaction is violent reaction by immune system, that is called hyperreaction. This is very important reaction, and that is actually killing the coronavirus patient, this hyperreaction of immune system. And we have to control that hyperreaction, because with this hyperreaction, immediately there will be chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is storm of inflammation of our lung, and that inflammation will cause some tissue damage, and those tissue damage are responsible of forming the clot or thrombus, that is clotting. And then it has gone from respiratory system to our cardiovascular system. Once thrombus is formed, because of that chronic inflammation. So two things are happening here, where most of the physicians, they have not gone through deep research to understand the reaction mechanism of this hyper and hyporeaction of oxygen intake and then release of carbon dioxide gas, in between what type of reaction is taking place, and when this virus RNA is there, and once our spongy cells of our lung is kidnapped again here, and then it enters there, and it starts again multiplying the same RNA replication, and those cells are damaged. and there will be formation of colony of coronavirus cells, and in that case there will be formation of fluid. Once those cells they die, so all those cells, they are not spongy, they are not elastic, they will lose their elasticity, and once they are losing their elasticity, they cannot absorb the oxygen where the blood can carry the oxygen, and that's why immediately our immune system, our immune cells, especially the dendritic cells, they will be under tremendous pressure, and then it will overreact. Hyperreaction will take place. That is called immune hyperreaction. And in that immune hyperreaction, immediately there will be a storm of inflammation. And that is the real danger. So here I was telling you about the two type of cells, spongy cells, and that one is type 1 and type 2. And type 1 is responsible of exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide, and type 2 is there to maintain the spongy surface to maintain it. And what is happening with this coronavirus, once it is reaching to that cells, it will start replicating, and those the cells will die. But here the coronavirus is not going to kill your pneumonocytes. Pneumonocytes are okay. The problem comes that immediately our immune system is under stress and it will overreact. And with this overreaction of our immune system, there will be huge or great inflammation of whole lung, and lung will be seized. And once there is a storm of inflammation, some tissues will be broken down, and there is formation of thrombus, means blood clotting, and then it will go to cardiovascular or heart problem, because oxygen is not reaching, blood flow is not there. And let me make it very clear, unless every organ is receiving enough oxygen by the blood must reach there is chance of organ failure. So immediately multiple organ failure starts. First heart, then kidney, like that. And one thing, you might have not heard of this word, that is called cardiac with your heart cancer. There is no heart cancer. There is blood cancer, there is liver cancer, there is lung cancer, there is pancreatic cancer, there is kidney cancer, but there is no heart cancer. The reason is that heart is working 24 hours, supply must be there. Once it is getting oxygen, it will go on pumping every second. It will not stop. But in other cases, if enough oxygen is not supplied, the cells either may die or may mutate, and it will take few hours or one day to have the abnormal cell multiplication. But that time is not possible with the case of heart. That's why there is no question of any heart cancer, because it is working 24 hours. So with that, all problem goes to heart. So most of the people, they die because of cardiac arrest. So now the latest paper has come, that is from Italy, and they have identified that the most important now diagnostic error was that we were thinking that the problem is related to only respiratory system. Respiratory system has got hyper reaction, inflammation, and with that it has shifted to heart. And there we need two type of drug to control it. First, powerful anti-inflammatory drug, and second, very good anti-clotting, maybe 500 mg aspirin morning and evening. And those people who are rheumatoid arthritis patient, or those who are suffering from arthritis and they are keeping on cortisone, that is steroidal hormone, that is very powerful anti-inflammatory drug. So they are safe. most of those people who are already on powerful anti-inflammatory drug, they are protected. There is no chance of formation of blood clot or thrombosis. So here I have given you very clearly the type of lung cells. It is exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide gas. Type 2 is maintaining the surface phenomenon. And in type 1, air pockets of the lung is filled with fluid. Once it is all ceased, then in this way the immune response is under pressure and no space to fill with oxygen. Here most of the type 2 cells die. It causes ARDS, means acute respiratory distress syndrome. Pneumocytes, these are the cells lining the ear sac. Here the pneumocyte cells are there and they are intact. Actually the problem is inflammation starts in the sac cell called type 1. The coronavirus does not kill pneumocytes, but it stomps inflammation of lungs, which causes thrombose, that is blood clotting. And now we have to focus on anti-inflammatory and anti-clotting drugs therapy. It is now cardiovascular rather than respiratory problem. So all these problems is all experimental. We have to see very powerful anti-inflammatory drug and anti-clotting drug during treating it. And now we are hearing that the antiviral drug which was manufactured to treat Ebola virus, now it is widely used in Western countries like America and Europe to treat coronavirus, and according to them it is having positive response, and this drug actually stops the replication of RNA. And if it works with this coronavirus for time being, till we get the original vaccine against coronavirus specific virus, till that time all experimentation will go on. But the latest research paper says that there is chronic inflammation of lung, and because of that tissues are damaged, and then blood clotting takes place and it goes to heart failure. And here again, as a medicinal chemist professor, my recommendation that please keep on immune boosting fruit and vegetable. The very important ones are which are available in plenty. First number goes to watermelon, the mango, pineapple, lemon, orange. During this fasting period, keep your mind free from stress and strain, because good sleep is also our immune boosting method. And then you also select such food and vegetables which are rich in trace elements like zinc, like iron, copper. So for those, you take, once you are taking deep colored fruits, they are rich in anthocyanin and flavonoid and also zinc. And if you are not getting enough meat, then you can shift, because meat is the main source of vitamin B12, and you should go to sunlight for 10-15 minutes just to get the vitamin D. This is also very important immune boosting. Naturally, these are the methods to maintain your immune system during fasting period. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.